Sorry, 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 sorry. Hello, team. Right, I'll be back. Sorry, sorry, I am so here. Oh my gosh, I can't even type now. I need to get a herbal drink. I am still here. Yeah, 7, you found me. They don't, oh my gosh, I've got to eat something. They don't like it, do they? Oh, I'll get hacked so bad. Right. That was a good chat. So that was a good chat. Can you hear that echo? When they do the echoing, the demon snakes, that's what I'm gonna say. 3 o'clock in the morning UK time. What's the time for you in America? Oh, so to the Matrix, yeah, you're a threat. This is what they're stitching me up. The MK Ultra. All bloody day. I was telling you, I was just started off. I thought, oh, I was trying to divert myself to watching someone else's stream or the frequencies. You like you said, um, I'm just on charge at the moment. 10 o'clock at night. Oh yeah, the time difference. Wow, I'm still awake. So you're not gone to bed yet yourself. I've not gone to bed yet. Oh, so I've got this on charge. Right, so frequencies. Right, opposite me is that bloody smart meter. This phone is red hot, or really, really hot. So I know they're hacking into me. Yeah, that's what Mo said to me. My moderator, he's a spiritual man, and as well, and if it wasn't for him, I don't know. I don't know what would pass excellent time at the moment. Since my late mum died and everything else going on at the time, how would I get through all this BS that's going on? So these demonic entities and souls of men and women, especially where I went this place, like you were saying about what you're going through some of the times. I don't know how you do it. I really admire you because I can't put myself on camera like yourself because I put myself on camera. I tried when I started sky watching in my other channel, and all I got was the public servants who I knew were very demonic anyway, watching every damn bloody thing, and they were stitching me up. I didn't realise that particular mannerism how until it was too late. So I had a lot of collateral damage to deal with. Salavi, I set up a different channel, which was Awaken World 1, and putting up videos of what I was seeing around my area, the skies and stuff. And Jeff P, I started following him ages ago. And it just, I don't know what it was, but I just happened to capture where the sun lens projection was bouncing off these buildings around here. So that began my journey on the original of the channel of sky watching. And then, of course, it went on to law, studying law. And this was the backup channel for that. Not many videos. My original channel was about law studying, because of what certain demonic snakes were doing to me. I was physically being harmed, really horrible stuff, in my own home by so-called carers. And I reported everything, photographs, emails, documents, diaries, dates, etc. And nobody got held accountable. Yeah, I ended up hospital a couple of times with my injuries, and yeah, nothing. So white, I just got really badly gaslighted, really seriously badly gaslighted in my own home by 16 different females a week. By 2014, I had to get rid of them. I had to learn how to do my documents. Over the years, I've learned a lot about words, definitions, etc., etc. But it didn't help matters when the ultimate major psychological attack was really ramped up 2018, and so all of my family members gaslighted me bad, seriously bad, at my mum's funeral. You just can't make it up. I can't go into details on here, but I'll never forget that. It's hard to forgive those that, and that's what I'm working on still. I forgave my mum on her deathbed, made peace with her, because it's not her fault. Because this program's been around before, older as a kid, as well. It's generational. So yeah, sadly, when my son was 7, he got hit by a car on his bike. He had an out-of-body experience. His bike went up in the air with him, and he landed headfirst on the car windscreen. He should have been killed, but he wasn't, and he was spared. So sadly, as an adult now, with his own family, he's gone through the mill. But with this program, and if you're seen as a threat, Mo said exactly the same comments as you to me in an email a long time ago, because I don't know, I just happened to be awakened to, hence the channel name, to so many subjects, many rabbit holes, and come out of it all, and just began learning so much and knowing so much. And it's like, once your mindset's open to knowledge, wow, that's when I noticed I was on a targeted list of some sort. So I researched about technology, about NK Ultra, and yeah, that opened a lot of can of worms. And I'm hearing strange sounds of birds outside my window, and we haven't got trees outside my bloody window. And this time in the morning, we don't ever get it. So I'm hearing about technology and I think someone's playing bloody silly buggers. Some kind of device, perhaps a gaslight is above my head with the sound of birds. I could easily do that. We'll put some relaxation music on. Yeah, it's right outside my window. Anyway, let's get back to the comments. I'm a chat. Hello, Tanya. Found me. But the bird is crying. Yes, yes. That's the point. That's a good point, Seven. Because they're going to feel it more, the nature and the animals, aren't they? As well. To the Matrix, yeah. And honestly, there's no way that you can know so many things that I haven't even talked about yet. Mm, yeah, interesting. You also talk, people need to hear the voices and the lies of the NIBI people. Yeah, yeah. Have you noticed that there are more than one shadow from the sun? Definitely, definitely. Yeah, NIBI warrior, babe. Yes, yes, definitely. How are you, Tanya? Blessings. I don't know where Mo's gone. Yeah, I was just hearing that strange. I never hear that normally. Well, even when we're still awake or get waking this time of night, we don't ever hear the natural birds. That's what I've noticed for a long time around here. And it sounded like it was coming from my neighbour above my head in the flat above. And then it was coming from my window. But we don't have any trees or any bushes that birds would have want to come out this far, especially outside my window. I can hear it again. Yeah. Do you know something though, Seven? A few weeks ago, before the BS is happening again here, I'd noticed a tiny, I don't know what maker birds they were. Do you know? And I was looking around me, and these beautiful tiny clusters of birds, and the little trees, really tiny baby ones, in the night sky, and the shops are still open, and it was busy, and nobody, and I mean nobody but me, was sitting there all looking up out of their bloody phones, looking at around them and observing the beautiful, innocent nature of the nature birds, of the little tiny birds. And I've noticed all the beautiful natural nature destroyed for too long around it. So, and when you do see them, and it's a rarity, it is just so, so wonderful. And if you're landscaping and you're seeing getting up that early, if you see much of south because it's beauty, isn't it? It's rarity. And now they're trying to make robots with advanced technology to replace nature, some nature, but I'm not expert in the technology on that side. How are you, Tanya? It seems that frontline skywatchers are all getting hit. Ah, right. Have been all our lives. Ah, really? That's something in that, isn't it, Seven? You okay, Tanya? Bigger me, the birds said, ah, yes, 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 yes. You got it on the nail on the head there, Seven. A Nebra, they're here, aren't they? Have you sensed that? Do you know what we're talking about, Tanya? Hi, Mo, you're back. You found me. Yeah, you can hear me now. NIPI as in new brew. Yes. Mo, what do you reckon to that? Any viewpoint, Tanya? Yeah, beautiful daffodils. Are they sunflowers? Sunflowers, yeah. I love flowers. Have you heard the yes? Oh, like Wales? No, I just heard the hack. I get a lot of hacking. I don't hear Wales. The sounds of the beautiful. Do you know? Interesting you say that, Seven. I was very much into that in my natural remedies, my natural healing. I used to do before what happened to me. I was very, very good at healing with my hands. I would touch someone's head and the chakra at the back of the head and the neck and the ears and Indian type style healing. I learned the Indian, ancient Indian type ability to literally the tips of my fingers and thumbs to be able to just get into the nerves, the back of the ears, and to someone's head. Um, and then literally the pressure points. I learned about that in London years and years ago. I met a lot of people from different backgrounds and on my training all those years ago. And I've always just been a natural ability to heal. So I taught my, i.e. now, I taught my friends who care for me about the natural ability of your pressure points in the body, your hands and your feet. When I sprained my foot the other day, it's been about a couple of days now, I've been laid out with my injury. And it's on my baby toe, and where I'm getting radiated a lot on that side as well. So doing that natural healing, it's not just in your feet or your hands, you can relate it to your head. And the back where they hit you with the radiation as well, the frequencies, the back of the head and the ears. Oh my goodness me. And it's like the sleep deprivation here, the triggers, the trauma they put me through now. Demonic, extremely demonic. And like you said, Mo said as well. I don't know how long ago, Mo, that was, but I know whether it's on a stream or an email, I'm a threat to their system. Anyone really, I suppose, is who is aware, and we don't deal with the flesh and blood, do we? Natural flesh and blood. This earth is not run. It's not. It is not. Certain things happening now in this world is so. It's so really, really, in a way, it's good to see all these beautiful souls waking up to this demonic room that's got happening on Mother Earth. And it is. I listened. You, you know, I just this period of time I needed that uplift, spiritual uplift. And I was listening. I don't normally listen to sermons, and I don't know, that come on automatically in my playlist, and it just soothed my spirit. I haven't felt so much ease and peace in my spiritual soul in a long time like that. And then what happens? Of course, I can't have that inner peace, just for a short while until I get a major trauma attacks by the demonic. I picked up so much evidence and audio as well of attacks when I'm meant to be sleeping and I'm not. And it sounds like a robot sleeping. It's like a robotic voice. My breathing sounds like a robotic tone. And I pick up like there's something else present in my room. What technology do they have? Can they walk through the walls? Do they have that advanced technology yet? I'm picking up like there's just not just one, you know, and it's not just once. And I don't make videos of that kind of content about that subject because it plays into powers that be's hands to put another label on them. But I've got audio evidence of that. Yeah, yeah, that big. I've just worked out how to get Zoom on my phone. So I just was joining someone's Zoom meeting the other day. To what, Waken? Oh, sorry, Mo, I don't know. What was I talking about there? I'm just reading the chat. It's because the government has control of timeline. Is that related to you know when they used to make those programs called Stargate? And they did a film, didn't they? A time travel through time and space. Something like that. Could that be related to something as well? And I'm just reading your comment because it's because the government has control of the timeline, so they tried to take us out before we were even a Skywatcher. Really? Wow. They knew before we did. Oh, I feel with touch. Do you as well? Wow. We should do a Zoom together. People would flip. Yeah, that's a good idea actually. How would you do a Zoom? I don't know how. I'll have to learn somehow. At the moment, I have to deal with this BS with this letter. But yeah, a Zoom. I don't know how they link it up with YouTube technology that way. I have to learn about that. But that'd be worth looking into. A good take on that. Collaboration. I'm going to share your channel. Thank you. Tell me more about what you hear. Yeah, when obviously I've got audio evidence of this. And when I play it when I'm fully awake, um, it's just like um when they hack into your brain and you're in that subconscious state and they're altering your dreams, RM control, neuromonitoring. It's like I'm talking to I can hear myself talking like I'm living. I'm physically able to walk, able to move about. I'm like in a different world, not on this world. I'm absolutely living a life with my daughter in my life, my son in my life, without all this what's going on in this physical sense of reality. And this is in my subconscious mind, sleep state, meant to be. But it's like I'm awake at the same time, if that makes any sense. And so I'm having these conversations with people, and I'm like, it's either they're using the technology to hack into my brain when I'm in that subconscious sleep state, and they're hacking into my concerns, you know, in the daylight hours, my waking state of the brain side, mindset, and then messing about with my thought process during my sleeping RM subconscious mind. And then yet when I pick up the audio and when I remember bits of the dream state, which is meant to be natural, it doesn't sound like natural at all. I'm still physically here. It sounds like around my bed. Okay. It's like it's demonic, and I can't go into specifics because some of it is not pleasant. But yeah, I've just sometimes I have to, once I've heard the audio, I have to delete it and block it out of my conscious mindset, because it's things I've never, is not natural. Um, I never ever used to record my own sleep, and knowing the technology, knowing I haven't got the Wi-Fi on, what the hell? It's just a frequency waves, scalar waves effect. Um, and or is it from the 5G and the satellites? But it definitely also could be the demonic attacks. You know, these. I'm aware of certain process and information, and especially if we go onto Mo Smith's playlist and see the subjects on the demonic subject and the reptilian subject, and these videos are not GCI. You know, I have seen things with my own eyes, not in my home though. In the daytime, in people, the serial killer that attacked me, his eyes were green. They switched to green. Okay, and I didn't know what that meant at the time. So traumatized by everything for a long, 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 long time. And it's only till I started looking into that subject and I realized that guy was possessed. Yeah, I mean, you hear about the subject of the super soldiers, and this lady called Holly, she goes into that. I went into looking at the subject of DUMBs, underground bases, military, and I started researching and finding stuff out. Educateself.org was one of them, which I always keep streaming for people to go and observe themselves and not believe anything I say, just go and observe things. Yeah, so that was so in response to your query on that one, there's a lot of things I'm aware of. It's just not pleasant. And so yeah, this major psychological tactic and extreme attacks today. Yesterday, today now, still. I might just get 2 hours sleep if I'm lucky. But arm yourself up with God, with spirituality, with faith, because I am been doing that constantly since I've had that bloody threats and letter today. Yesterday's late now. And it's designed to take me out completely. I'm fighting this best I can in lawful terminology. They still will do the ultimate. And it is going to be extremely hard to forgive my family. Extremely hard when I've got this strong, sickening gut feeling that they've used my son and my daughter to do it all along. The forgiveness part is always hard to do. Yeah, because we're all souls. We're you know, God's chosen people in a sense. You know, and when you look at the DNA and you look at your research and genealogy, where you come from, your origins, and there's so many dots gets connected. As I said, that's why I said go and check out this channel as well, because if you're not really aware. Let me just read the chat. Yes, Mo. Yes. It sounds like that as well. Mechanical breathing, definitely. Oh, I can't remember what the question is now, Mo. What I was saying. It's easy, is it, Stephen? Okay. Terminator, but they don't need. Yeah, I can't pronounce that name. I can't pronounce his name. That was he used to do good films, didn't he? They just need an accident. What? They just need an accident or a abusive relationship with this, or a car wreck, getting a disease, or oh really? Awakening, so yeah, yeah. No, what do you reckon that is about? Steve, Seven says multiple dimensions. We can see. Hmm. Yes, but it works in reverse, actually. We are hacking them, the AI. Really? Do you hear the fax sound? The fax, like a fax machine. Um, what, in my dream state? Um, it's more like a constant buzz, that kind of tone. Buzz, and then the frequency will change. The tones will go high pitch or go extremely low. And then and it would in the daytime it's constant. It will go as well in the wait stage of mindset. It will go the tones, the hearing tones will be leveled out, and I could feel, and then I'll get hit by these scalar waves, right? I could feel it sudden, like a pinprick out. I could be just minding my own business and doing what I have been trying to do, and I'll get hit on the leg, or suddenly it will happen on another part of the body. It's like they're targeting the nerves of the, of the body. So eventually, it won't affect the physical body until about 2, 3 hours later. Well, I'll be bedridden after the cat move. And so I think this is why I had a foot injury the other day, because I just tripped slightly. Well, not tripped, I can't really walk, but it got caught on something in the foot. So, good question. Yeah, haven't used a fax in ages. A fax machine, is that what you meant? I don't get that, Mo. Uh, what, like a fax transmissions? Not too sure, because it's a long time since I've used a fax or heard a fax machine. So who knows? Mo, what sounds? I don't get the V2K. The beeps, I don't really get the beeps, apart from the car horns harassing me outside. I don't get the voices at all, but the ring in the ears, definitely. What do you mean, Seven Who? They're high quality military grade comms. Been hearing it since before 5G. I hear the silence of space. Wow, it's loud. The green-eyed guy. Yeah, 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 the green-eyed guy. Yeah. It's hard to sleep. It definitely is for me. I'm sort of wide awake. Definitely. Of course, they use family. Definitely. Yes, beeps clicking in your pillow. Actually moving the pillow. Well, I'm not too sure on that when I played back the audio of evidence, but I definitely feel shuffling about. But I can't move my left side of my body anyway. So I and so when I have the phone, the audio switch. I mean, it's not got no data on it. It's switched off. It's just got the audio playing, recorder, and it's very clear. It's very clear that there's something presence, yeah, a presence of some sort, and it's on top of the audio sounds I'm picking up. So, like Mo says, it's like a mechanical as well. So yeah, and look out for Charlie's YouTube channel. He breaks down some of this also, and it does a really good breakdown. So it could be, you know, it's a question mark really. It's very demonic, whatever. It's, I just always pin it down to that. Yes, yeah, yeah, Seven. It actually changes tone. Day is the worst. Yep, the horrible waves. This is it. Exactly. Time, sick, and the NIBI zapped. Wow. Do you reckon also because of the low level in our skies, Nibiru Wormwood system, planetary system it's affecting the also the interaction with the Earth's magnetic field? I'm just hearing something else right now. Okay. I think the perks expect me to be asleep if I support their plans. They're not doing what they're doing to me. I could hear some movement just now, and hence me stopping to see if I can hear it from. Okay, I'm back. Do you? Well, Nero in the Matrix movie, yeah. A mirror sound. What's that? I don't know what you mean by that. Jesus, we are feeling everything, exactly. Play it on the audio. It's a phone I'm streaming off, so I can't play it right now. It's day and night while I'm during my sleep and during the day. 24 hours a day. Yeah, what you said about the radiation from the slim and the clouds is astounding. Yeah, yeah. It's just I don't know whether I've got a sensitive body. I'm just picking up the extreme radiation effects. Where I get it more is my stomach. Um, I'm not overweight, despite being a wheelchair user, but they target my organs and my kidneys and our women's parts, and especially the upper part of my stomach and around the back of my legs. And the weird part they also do it is my left elbow and the skin. And because I got the special natural cream things I use on it anyway, and my foot, not my left foot, only my right foot, my toes. And I don't know why it's only certain parts of the body on that regard. With the NK Ultra, they're attacking the brain, definitely with the brain, and it's extremely rampant. Now, I have to be careful because if I get another stroke, I won't recover. So the ultimate when they do with the NK Ultra side with me on top is to trigger off that negativity to expect me to have a relapse. And well, I'm not going to go down that avenue for these demonic entities. They don't deserve I'm not going. But it's not my time yet. So you heard it from me, and they were stitching me up to do certain things. And as I said, I'm sure as soon as I get round to open that envelope, this is what they're going to hope, that my physical body will react in a negative way, and that will trigger off the brain side of the effects of the body will go into some kind of shock and affect the brain, trigger off a stroke. But I'm doing everything naturally I can to prepare myself at the moment. Obviously, I need to get some sleep tomorrow. I'll be able to stay in bed. I'm not going to deal with this bloody BS just because in England, as I said before, the post office and all the offices will be closed for Christmas period, won't it? So that's why they sent these documents out just in time so I could have faster all these days. But I'm not going to because I'm trying to counter-react. I can't keep headphones in my ears all day. So I have to counter-react this, playing these affirmations of spiritual streams and sermons of pastors and not the false ones. To keep my spirit uplifted, because these demonic snakes feed off our energy, negative vibes and energy. And it's not the time to go down that avenue, is it? To keep in that avenue, because the planet, humanity's vibrations are rising, and they've got to take out. They've got to do what they can to stop it. It's too late because it's beautiful to see. I'm observing in alternative social media platforms, people's talking, but they're not in the level that a lot of us are at the moment. Okay, they're halfway there, and I listen in. I don't speak into these chats. I just listen into it, and if I do try to speak, I get hacked straight away. Okay, so I know that social media platform has been heavily censored and most probably been infiltrated to steer people away from what their paths of a journey are trying to find solutions to what's going on in so much in different parts of the world right now. Then you get the fearmongers, rumours of wars. I mean, not that not happening, but the way it's done. Mo's very good at observing. He has this spiritual connection of he's very spiritual. You're very talented, Mo, and he knows when to go. It's like he knows when to go. He's guided. Mo, if you don't know this, I've noticed about you. You go into chats. Sometimes you might just get the notification, but there's no coincidence. Okay, and I've obviously realised that now more so than ever. And when you go into Snappy's chat, it's like that time I've noticed when he needs that support, not just to be moderator, but just knowing that he is a strong man, he's intelligent, and I've heard his when he's been on the guy that used, I don't know, but I'm still sub to that channel. He used to do in New York for target individuals, a phone-in radio thing, I think it is. And there used to be a guy who lived up north in England, and I can't find his channel. And they used to go on that show. I've forgotten what it's called. He's a young guy who lived with his parents, but he's getting very heavily targeted and gaslighted by his own two mum and dad. And he used to make a lot of videos, and it was very good at what he did about the helicopter harassment over the head. I had that the other night. They weren't hiding that. So I'm not like a guy that exposes the reptilian videos. He breaks it down. The videos are very good. Richard Bruce is it in America, and he when he used to live in his camper van on the street. This is Richard Bruce, what I'm talking about. He would have his ability in the photography to zoom lens in detailed into the helicopters, i.e. a lot of them are police. And he broke down the definitions and he just caught the reptilian shapes. Just literally, these weren't edited in the sense or GCI made up. So that was quite a while ago, I stumbled across a channel, and then I seen Mo's playlist, and then other people were breaking this down. I thought, what? I just could not absorb this information that was real till I started researching. So anyway, I've got to stop talking for a moment. This is okay, right. I've got to go. I haven't got. Let me see if I can get that up in a minute. So, just catching up the chat. Please play live. Important. G-Rock said it okay. You share his live. Right. Okay. I'm multitasking. I'm just gonna go into. So let's have a look. Let me just check how to prepare. Right. Okay. Let's just check in a minute. G-Rock. Okay. I'm just going down. Oh, right, got it.
And will suffer, and it will also suffer a similar fate. He says the angels will help the believers, not during the impact of the asteroid, but during World War III, when the Russians, Chinese, and Muslims invade Europe. The war itself will last about 3 weeks, but the invading forces will be here for 3, 4, or 5 months, and you can't imagine the massacre and the brutal savagery that they will inflict on Christians.
Okay, let me start again.
Don't do a live stream on I'm gonna do a live stream on this pagan holiday. You know what I'm saying? So nobody watching this video. You being warned.
Attack and bomb a European capital. And we had some other countries, who just barked along, or oinked along. What about Iraq? What they said was the trigger. They said it was the weapons of mass destruction. They invaded the country, they destroyed it, they created a hotbed of international terrorism. And then they said, oh, sorry. Reconnaissance, intelligence gave us some bad results. That was because of poor reconnaissance. Well, it turned out there were no weapons of mass destruction. It had been destroyed. What about Syria? Did they ever ask for any sanction from the UN Security Council? No, they do what they want to do. What they're currently doing in Ukraine, what they're planning to do in Ukraine,
right.
That's not thousands of kilometers away from our borders. No, that's right near our home.
Oh my gosh.
We cannot go any inch back. The US doesn't have hypersonic weapons, but they will get it. We can see that. We see everything. We can see those tests, whether they're successful or not. We more or less know when it's going to happen, when they're going to get those weapons. Okay, they put up sonic missiles in Ukraine.
Yeah, okay, please let's stay in touch. Definitely 7.
And then, under the guise, they might use it. They don't have silicon. We do have silicon. It doesn't mean that they would use it tomorrow, but they might equip Ukraine and they would push Russia and those extremists from neighboring states together. To it. There are some signals which say that our partners appear to be ready to work together, but there is a danger that there'll be an attempt to,
I think I'm back now, Mo.
To swamp it down, so to speak,
we're going to be no W.
That applause to do what they want.
Yeah, this is because of the Hebrew.
And we are aware of this.
System, maybe 7.
And such a scenario is not something we're going to accept. We really hope for a constructive and substantive negotiations with some visible, with some obvious outcome in some foreseeable future would provide equal security for everyone. But we can only achieve this if there's a successful development of our armed forces. We've seen some very good progress in the past years. We've achieved a very good level of capabilities. And I pointed that out, and the minister echoed that. We have a very good pace in upgrading our armed forces. There are some issues which we need to look
Link
into,
in my
and we are
coming of
working on them.
the Sun
We're working with
Man
our
video may be
industries,
shut down.
with our industrial enterprises.
How are you? G-Rock to
We
Israel, right?
go to Sochi in the south of Russia, and we only focus on the
What's this
defense,
video?
on promoting our forces. And these are like
Is it a
isolated, very
military?
substantive, effective talks. There are a lot of issues. I understand this. We admit this, but we've been addressing them, and I
Bloody
very much
hell.
hope that we'll continue working together at the same pace.
All right, real quick. So y'all heard what he said. So you can think it's a game if you want to. You can think this is just it's gonna blow over. You think that these people are playing. These people have the most nuclear weapons in the entire world. You think they're about to play with you? They're not about to play. It's them. They feel like the world is against them. Or NATO. NATO is allies of the United States. It's basically the United Nations. They're trying to make Ukraine a part of the NATO. Russia don't like that because they can just send bombs over there and hurt people. So they don't want them people that close to them like that. They're sovereign. They're a sovereign country. They don't rely on China to make their clothes and all that and send in clothes, or they don't rely on like the trades and all that. They make their sovereign country. They make their own. You know what I'm saying? I got another video for y'all though. Hold up. Let me stop sharing this. I'm gonna pull another video up so you can get a better understanding of what's going on. Give me a second here. Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, it's not really crazy. It's to me, it's this was just bound to happen. So I'll be if y'all don't know who okay, so I got that off of the line, but I messed with New York Prepper. Watch his videos and Off-Grid Farming with Paul and Adrian.
Yeah, I do the same.
Make sure you subscribe to their channels. I'm gonna pull up this is the events that happened today. So y'all know what's up. What's going on, guys? Hold on. I'm about to pull this up. And then I'm gonna show you another video real quick. It's not really, he said not this time. It's time to get real get prepared and get it right with the Most High. For sure. You think they about to play? You think they playing? I don't know why people. This has been going on for over the Cold War, 1960s, 50s, 60s. Cold War been going on for a long time. They're not playing. I don't know why.
So Russia is going to go into Ukraine, and UK is going to join in protecting Ukraine because of the connection to NATO and UN. Then America's going to join in.
It's time to get right with your people that you love, your loved ones. You know what I'm saying? Mom, if you're watching this, you know what I'm saying? I love you even though you stalked the hell out of me. I love you. I ain't worried about it. I forgive you. I want you to get into heaven. Every last person that gang stalked me, each and every last one of you honeypots, I forgive you.
Wow.
Dude, the job offered me in my job, I forgive you, bro.
Wow.
You ain't about to have me no hate in my heart. It's about to pop off. Oh, I gotta share my screen.
Let me go back to what that was. Pacific.
All these lies. Let me see. I'm about to share another. They done messed up. I'm gonna give y'all some tips and see whoever's going through this. I'm gonna give you some tips on how to get through job mobbing.
Is another target individual in America.
We're gonna go over this. If the Most High willing, every single second and moment is precious from this point on. I don't care if I only got one. I don't care if nobody watching this video. You've been warned.
Attack and bomb a European capital. And so we had some other countries, who just barked along, or oinked along. But what about Iraq? What they said was the trigger. They said it was the weapons of mass destruction. They invaded the country, they destroyed it, they created a hotbed of international terrorism. But then they said, "Oh, sorry, reconnaissance, intelligence gave us some bad results." That was because of poor reconnaissance. But it turned out there were no. And such a scenario.
I'm sharing this. I'm gonna pull another video up so you can get a better understanding of what's going on. Give me a second here. War, 1960s, 50s, 60s, is able. It flies. Has a lot of radar, satellite, and it's for them to be able to operate their military in case of nuclear war.
Nuclear.
So this has been brewing for many decades, guys. This big war between the West and the East has been brewing for decades, and it really doesn't surprise me everything that's going on right now. So I wanted to just share this with you guys. This is just absolutely insane. The Ukrainian military starting to dig trenches along their northern border with Russia and Belarus, getting ready for a possible invasion any day now. Rumors have been floating around the internet that Russia could invade as soon as Christmas Eve. Also, I wanted to quickly thank Mark Fugel News for shouting me out. He's probably not watching because he's got a big channel and he's busy, but if you are watching, thank you for the shout out. I'm really blown away by that. So thank you so much for that shout out and vouching for me and my credibility. Thank you very much. So I want to just continue with some other interesting news here. Some interesting flights going on over.
Real quick, yeah, see, but I'm out and about today, right? And I'm like, hey, you ready for World War III? What are you talking about?
World War III.
People act like they ain't even heard about it. Don't even know what's going on. Don't even know what's going on. That's crazy. That's crazy. How's my Wi-Fi? My hotspot must be going out or something. Who cares? Is my audio good? Am I choppy or something? Can you let me know, Deborah? If it is, I'll stop. I'm still a short live stream, but I'm about to, hold on. Let me go back to here. One more video I want to share with y'all real quick. This guy's name is New York Prepper. Look him up on YouTube. New York NY Prepper. NY space Prepper. One more video. This is the one I was watching last night. This is what they did last night. This is how y'all know it's about to pop off.
It is November the 21st, 2021. It's 11:30 here in Arizona. I want to welcome you tonight. We're going to be really short. I just want to cover one article tonight and confirm some information. Confirm some information that we broke about a couple days ago. Let me see when Hal Turner posted this. Now, a lot of people, they love to rag on Hal Turner. And this article is from December 18th. This was, 2021, 3 days ago. So you might not like Hal Turner, but he's been like 8% accurate. So Hal Turner broke this story, recovered this story back about 3 days. Sometimes, yes, he is wrong, but most of the time he is right. But if you read the article, it's on the 22nd. So let me see if I can find this for you. And the camera is actually working like it should right now. We did a news update this morning, and the whole screen was fuzzy, folks. You couldn't read anything, but it's actually working. Gas flow to Germany frozen due to Gazprom's refusal to book capacities, said the operator. Reverse deliveries in the opposite direction to Poland have not begun either. So we're going to read you this article, and this confirms everything that Hal Turner reported on 3 days ago on the 18th. Moscow, December the 21st. Well, actually, it is still the 21st, isn't it? Okay. So this is current news. The physical flow of gas through the Yamal Europe's pipeline to Germany has been halted due to Gazprom's refusal to book pumping capacities for Tuesday, according to the data of the Gascade gas transmission operator. So according to the Russian news media TASS, that all gas through the Yamal European pipeline to Germany
I gotta kind of hurry up because they about to close over here, and I gotta move. Actually, I'm about to start shipping it out. I'm gonna keep it playing. I'm about to start rolling out. But look, they shut off the people's gas, okay, to Europe. They're like, y'all want to play with us? We shut your gas off, and we gonna freeze you to death. So that's another sign right there. Look it up for yourself. This is excuse me, off grid with Adrian and Paul. I'll put the link in the live stream so you guys will have it, so you can go check it out, subscribe, and pay attention to what's going on in this world. No time has come, people paying attention to the foolish thing. They is, can you just for people paying attention to the wrong stuff right now. Death is on his, whatever, you what do you call a horse? The death horse? You know what I'm saying? The horses of the apocalypse. But that horse is riding, about to ride. The death horse from the apocalypse, from Revelation. We don't have to go over this. And see, and another thing, I gotta get up out of here. I got police watching. I got Esau watching me. A lot of people. Esau, what's up, Esau, man? I'm about to leave, bro. They gotta look at me like, oh yeah, Esau. I'm good. I think I'm gonna let this video rock it. I'm about to go outside. Hold up. Mute my stuff.
Has been halted. Pretty much they shut the gas off to Europe. And this is where most of this gas is distributed through Germany to the other European countries. So Europe is going through a bad winter season right now. So if Russia is going to invade, then they are putting pressure on NATO right now in the European countries, showing them that they're going to cut their gas completely off and they're going to freeze to death this winter. If they interfere with Russia's invasion plans. That's just my opinion. So let's keep on going with the article. Reverse deliveries in the opposite direction to Poland have not begun either. So the gas to Poland through Belarus has also been cut off. The physical flow of gas to Germany through the Yamal Europe pipeline emerges as the difference between the revised pumping orders for the supplies forward and backwards, reverse supplies to Poland currently. There is no gas flow through the conduit. So according to this article, there's no gas in the pipeline. On Monday, Gazprom repeatedly did not book capacities for the transit of natural gas through Poland via the Yamal European gas line for December the 21st. Since Friday, gas producers has been reducing the volume of reservations for gas transit through the Yamal Europe pipeline. On Friday, the company did not book capacities at a day-ahead auction, but at an intraday auction. It ordered a pumping volume of 26.8 million cubic meters against 31.4 million cubic meters in the previous day. After that, the gas giant only booked 5.2 cubic meters on Saturday, 4.2 million cubic meters on Sunday, and 3.8 million meters on Monday. And now they have shut the total supply off. There is no gas. So Hal Turner was proven right once again. In December, Gazprom preferred to book capacity.
Man, I try to tell y'all, I try to let y'all know, prepare for this. I've been, like I said, I've been homeless for 6 months. I'm not really proud to say that. Oh wow, I'm getting my life together, because it's all in vain. You know what I'm saying? But I prepared. You know what I'm saying? Get you. You need to have you a fire starter. You need to get you a survival weapons. I have several survival weapons. You know what I'm saying? To like cut logs. You need like an axe, cut wood, and to be able to start fires. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna need to be able to survive without eating. You need to fast. You need to learn how to not go without food. You need to start training yourself now. Stop thinking it's gonna be abundance, because it's not gonna be abundance. You train yourself how to go without food for at least 3 days. Start slow. 3 days, 2 days. You know what I'm saying? Try not to eat so fast in the mornings when you're hungry. You gotta start training yourselves.
I've not eaten.
You know, I'm just saying. I've been doing it myself.
Because of all this BS.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. It's crazy, man. You gotta have something. You better know how to start a fire. And I ain't talking about no lighter. It's some kits that you can buy at Walmart. You need to go to Walmart, to the camping section, and find fire starters. You know what I'm saying? So that you can start a fire. It's going to be one of the most important things to you to ever have, is a fire, to be able to keep warm. Because if, like he said, if the nuclear war, if you survive that, after that, it's going to be nuclear winter. It's going to be cold for a long time, negative 60 degrees, negative 50. You're going to need to survive. But a lot of people are not going to survive. All the drinking water is going to be poison. All the drinking water is going to be poison, even if you boil it. Remember last year in Texas, they tried it out. It was negative 30 in Texas, and all those people died and froze to death. Their lines busted. I wish I could pull up the news story from last year, but yeah, it happened last year. It was all a test. Oh man, it's my reaction to that video is I knew it was going to happen. I mean, I knew. I'm not going to say, oh, for sure that's exactly how it's going to happen, but I know that it's nothing. People keep thinking things are going back to normal. It's not going back to normal. That's all I'm going to say. It's not going back to normal. You can just cut. You can stop thinking. I don't even care if you're a perp watching this. It's not going back to normal. You're not going to be safe either. While you're working for these people, you should have been worried about. Say you running around stalking people and all that. You should have been worried about what the hell you gonna do when it pop off. How you gonna survive when all the lights go out? See how they have people distracted, come against each other? That's why you gotta forgive them. It's all right, man. Warm blood, water. Oh, well, I appreciate y'all coming out to my live. Make sure you rewind this if you haven't watched the whole thing. Hopefully it don't get taken off of YouTube. It probably is, but if it do, I will. You can hit me up on Facebook, G-Rock the Israelite. I'll be on Facebook. All right. It's gonna be cold. It's gonna be cold. It's gonna be cold. Y'all better get it together. It's gonna be cold. If you survive. This internet, you ain't gonna see. We don't have no internet or nothing, so Y'all be blessed, man. Share this video. Share that link. Man, it's much love, man. I gotta take it on in, man. I gotta go to this, go to slavery in the morning. So you guys take care. And this remember, I believe not. I think I'm gonna do it Friday. Okay, yeah. On Friday, I'm gonna do a video on job mobbing to give tips of targeted individuals. I found out some information about job mobbing. And also on the Hell Day, we're gonna do an educational live stream about that Hell Day and why it's a Hell Day. So make sure y'all stay tuned in. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. I love each and every last one of you guys. Shalom. May the Most High be with you. When you rest, may He protect you. May He send His angels to be with you. And may you guys warn somebody else. Don't hold this information to yourself. Share this information to others. Much love to you guys. Shalom.
What the heck is that? Like sleep deprivation. She gets newspaper and plastic bags in your clothing to insulate, crumble it up, allows without all wormwood. Wormwood water becomes bitter. I have a compress and a shovel with a fire starter. Fasting heals the body. So an AD, 1 meal a day, that's what I have anyway. I am praying for revival. So people pray. Wormwood water becomes bitter. Our lives without in all seasons. Get newspaper and plastic bags in your clothing, instantly and crumble it up. United Nations, Pakistan, and no, it's not that one. God bless us all.
Pockmarked or like polka dots and black dots in my mouth, all over my fucking mouth. all inside. But biting my mouth is a big one. I've woken up with the inside of my mouth purple and black and yeah, really fucked up. Hey, Awaken's there. Awaken. What time is it, Awaken? Must be like 3 o'clock or something there. It's Awaken World. I'm going to do a Christmas stream, Awaken. I'm sorry to hear that, mate. It's 5 a.m. I'm going to do a Christmas stream, Awaken, and hopefully you're up sometime for that. Say hi. I like that. I like that new type. Yeah, that's nice, mate. You're not sleeping yet, mate? Sorry, Awaken. That's beautiful, new type. I'm down with that, brother.
Oh yeah, Mo, hello.
That's
This
a
is now
class comment, that is.
targeting New World Order, Still Human, YouTube channel, Wayne in Australia.
Shit, aren't they? Like,
yeah, they are. The Demoms.
when you really step back and you think about,
I'm still awake.
you know, how they're capable and recruit everything. When you step back and you think about it all,
He's talking about the targeting program and the New World Order. So basically, what you just said, Mo, you can hear, yeah. I was just looking for that prepper channel. Yeah, Stephen's just shared my YouTube channel. Anyway, about was that I want to clarify. Was that about they were cutting off the gas supply to, is it just certain countries in Europe, or was that going to include England as well, UK? Yeah, he's over there. Yeah, Awaken, that live was intense. It was. I will pray for G-Rock. A homeless, oh my gosh. Oh, he's homeless again. He's been, how on earth is anyone coping? How could anyone cope? Right, okay. I've just found another live who's covering similar subject. Next big storm, they are in formulation. Is this reference? Hold on. Go back. Well, was I just clicked a button? Yes, all Europe. Now you shared an excellent tip, and it's no chance. It's no coincidence that you shared that. It's no coincidence. Perhaps I'm still awake because I needed to see a couple of things, because my late mum taught me this years ago when we had there was bad winters in South England, and I was only a teenager, well, younger than that, and we had coal fires. But when we ran out the coals, getting bags of coals running out, shortages because of the cold winters, we were also taught to use rolled up newspapers in our clothing. I really hated it, but my late mum taught us to layer, because I had sensitive skin, always had as a kid, so that would itch like mad onto my body. So she would get an old t-shirt, a long sleeve version, and it would be one of my brother's old t-shirts, and that would be like a barrier against my skin. And then the newspapers would go, the first layer will go against that, then close it up with a thicker jumper. She would hand make her clothes. She's very talented. So I would always have a specific type of wool. It wasn't a pure wool, it was nylon make and cotton material. And so she would make clothing like they did in the Warriors, I suppose. Perhaps that's what she got it from. Her talents, and she would make clothes out of old curtains, and yet she'd make it stylish. So all these things I was raised with, like crochet blankets. I've still got loads of all these really thick, really good make crochet blankets, and I was given so not just the duvets, because duvet's okay, but you want the the warmth, you know. And my late mum taught all these things when I was a kid growing up with my sisters, my brothers. Then also with, I didn't know about the bubble wrap. Now I knew about the windows with the bubble wrap, but I wasn't quite sure you could use that for survival. I was only looking online a few days, 2 days ago, for survival type sleeping bag. I've got these already, but this was a smaller version that you could fold up quite easily. And what you mentioned in the chat a short while ago, that individual's chat, I've forgotten what it's called now, about, I was looking at military. This is a military folded up, small, military, sturdy shovel. I've already got that. I have that every winter, similar version, but not quite folded up in the sturdy version that I was going to look in to see if I could buy that. But when I looked into the website that I could order it from, they couldn't get the stocking. You know, they claimed online that the local hub to get the order delivered to was full. So I just gave it a break for a couple of days. But I got what it said about the miniature stove, like camping, survival, what you said earlier about the water will be bitter, the wormwood, if I can't pronounce it now, the word, would be bitter, water would be bitter. Well, the water for fire, straw, life straw it's called. I've got two versions. I've got one with the plastic type bag attached with the straw. Well, it comes with the straw and the specialist tube. And the make of it, I should really do a short video. I got two different versions together, and I wasn't planning to. I just happened to get it by chance. I didn't realise to click the button to order it, but I haven't tried it, which will be good because that will drink up. Like, say, sample someone's hiking, you're in the puddle, you drink up puddle water, and that will filter out the bacteria, the dirty water, and it comes out into this bag as pure drinking water. Not as pure, but cuts out the bacteria. But the way it's made, I have to really get the instructions out and descriptions properly out to show, because I thought, well, I'll get those two items. A military style version bag. It's like a solar type bag. It's not that big because it had to be minimalised to fit into a backpack, and just in case scenario. And that came with like a plastic tube, a plastic type shower. So say someone wanted to wash, but you've got a couple of uses you can use it for. It's 1.5 litres, I think, and it's camouflage. I wanted a binoculars night vision version as well, but I couldn't get that. I've also got a watch. With the watch, it's got an automatic. It's automatically the old-fashioned years ago. People use hemp for rope. Sailors used hemp for rope. So this particular watch is a survival watch, and it's got a timer. It's got a stopwatch. It's got compass. It's got something else. It was on multiple. I'll have to get that out as well and do a little video or something somehow, some point. And it's got a flint, a starter flint to start your own fires with, a metal flint, in the compartment, specialised design into the strap of the watch. Now the strap is actually made of hemp rope, It's all designed wrapped round so neatly and tight, and in an emergency you can pull that out, and it's extremely long rope, very strong hemp material, and that's that. Then with the miniature camping style, I suppose you could call it, that could fit in a backpack, it's got its own little bag, is a fold up miniature cooker. It's just like full size with a bottom and top like grill, and you can use leaves, woods, branches of wood to make your own fire in that, and it's windproof. So got that as well. Um, the wind up radio I've always had, and my late mum gave, which is combined with a torch. I've also got a separate wind up torch, doesn't need batteries, and it's a very strong. You just have to keep winding it up, cranking it up, sort of thing. So yeah, I just happened to mention that because I was raised in that always be prepared scenario with the food. Well, what you mentioned about getting used to not eating, you know, uh, it's well, I was raised on the religion I was raised in, obviously, to fasting, and I'm used to not having. We were raised for one meal a day anyway, so we had just our lunch at school when I was younger, and we grew our own food anyway. And what we needed was not a lot from the supermarkets, because my mum was very good at making things as well. So we were taught how to make things from scratch. So yeah, I was just raised that way. So I know all about a lot of those things already. Um, and as my late mum and her mother was raised in the war years, it was passed down to my mum, passed down to me, my brothers and sisters, mainly the female line, and I just forgot about it. I just got too used to modern day living. But until recent events, EMT, exactly, EMT. And this is where I saw Buffy, I can't remember his channel, it was a very big channel, and he got out the other night an urgent message about potential things going off in the pipelines, and I wasn't too sure what that meant until now, of course. And it was about there's all these subtle little things going on in my personal situation. Someone hacking in, posing as me, and changing my gas supplier, which I didn't consent to. Then I'm getting these letters saying, oh, we're now switching it back, but it takes 6 weeks. It would take 3 weeks. It would take 2 weeks. And I thought, And I thought, well, I just got a feeling. I thought, what's better to prepare? I do want to get another electrical things. I do want to top up my gas electric meters. I want to get things that you can use and have just in case scenario. So also a bucket, okay? Like people need to do, you know what, then buckets. Was in a way they haven't repaired my bloody home. So therefore I have buckets, don't I? And then you can make the buckets more comfortable, if you know what I mean. And well, I don't have any cats, but if you have sawdust or shredded paper and do like a compost type of thing, and how would you get rid of your natural human waste safely and carefully, and especially if the weather goes the way it is coming over UK, this area. Oh, weather modification, ramp up the snow, and then what's going to happen? The scarcity of gas to heat your home up. So thank you for putting your post in this chat about those few tips, because I caught the end of that, and that just reminded that I've got a few things already. And especially in my point of view, I'm coming on the angle of people with less mobility, and that may or may not, you know, I might still be, I might not, because the way the BS is kicking off here right now, you know, I'm not opening that letter yet. So thanks for that. Alright, okay, so I'll just show that. Try OMAD twice a week to see if you heal faster. Thank you. News: Russia to cut off gas to Europe. They've been saying this for a month, have they? I wasn't taking much notice of that. The newspapers, that's it. Plastic bags in clothes. Plastic bags in clothes, not the news. And what layer clothing? Then the newspaper. Got it. Thank you. Yeah, I've had a lot of distractions here going on, so I wasn't looking at that properly. So I'm just going to see if I can get the channel up. So do I.
Bringing you exclusive and unique furniture for.
Okay. Thank you for the link. Russia halts a flow of gas supply to Europe. Yeah, price rises. I heard the price rises part, and I'm getting emails about that by different sources, but I wasn't quite sure about it. So let's just have a look. Europe's been fighting Russian gas transit over the ability to deliver gas to Europe for a while now. Russia doesn't need the European market anymore, and it's going to sell European gas. It will sell it on the spot market, and they will make more money. That will actually pay for their construction of the Northern Storm. What's that? Too, even if it never used it in the future. As a Canadian, I congratulate the what? And the Russian government for walking away from the European mess. Oh. Sure is fed. It's unthinkable to deal with the perceivable enemy about supplying you with an important commodity as natural gas. I don't know if it's a plan, negative, or stupidity, or engaging your enemy. It's not bad, but make sure that you have options when these things happen. It's always better to be safe than sorry. That's so true. People accuse Russia of playing politics with the gas. Historically, they never really have ever done that, not even during the Cold War. It probably all comes about because Europe doesn't want to pay the higher prices that themselves, along with the US, insist on implementing. Through the gas, Russia said that it would create volatility, I think that word is, and increase prices. Although I am one of those Europeans, I fully support Russia in this. Wow, come on. They must have seen this coming. It's Ukraine that has cut off the supplies for interfering with the pipeline. Really?
Every budget. Discover styles inspired.
And Russia has reportedly cut its natural gas exports to Europe, causing prices to skyrocket across the continent as the middle of winter sets in as well. While some say this move is due to the tensions over Ukraine, Moscow insists that just isn't the case. Kim Hyo-sun reports.
Amid simmering tensions between Russia and European nations, Moscow has decided to cut the flow of gas supplies to Europe. The move has sent prices surging as the continent prepares for a week of sub-zero temperatures. Over the weekend, shipments through the Yamal pipeline that runs through Belarus and Poland to Germany were at their lowest point in at least a month. Russian media outlets explained that daily shipments fell from 27 million cubic meters last Friday to around 5 million cubic meters over the weekend. In addition, westward gas flows through the pipeline stopped on Tuesday, according to Reuters, which added the gas may have been redirected back to Russia. While some Western politicians and pundits have accused Russia of halting gas deliveries, Amid political tensions over Ukraine, Moscow denies any connection. Some have also pointed out that Russia's move could be in connection to delays in the certification of Nord Stream 2, a Baltic Sea pipeline built to ship natural gas from Russia to Germany. A Kremlin spokesperson said Tuesday that this is, quote, a purely commercial situation. Europe is largely dependent on imported gas, with Russia supplying 40%.
Okay, thanks for that. Right, let's go back to mine now. Oh, sorry, mine. I'm going to say one. You ask that question. What's this channel? Just trying to find it. Where am I? Just trying to find it. History. I'll find it when I. Yeah, here we go. Still human.
The rest of the world, right? And my country wasn't doing it. I'm sure that you guys in the US have thought that, like, I just wish it was China and Russia and we can, you know, go to war and sort
Dark
it out.
Winter.
But it's not. It is
Dark
everyone's
Winter
country
too.
trying to develop mind control technology, because if you fucking control the mind, you control everything. You can control a leader of a country. You don't need to control the population. Mass mind control is another thing. But proper mind control.
Take care, man.
But they are developing mass mind control.